Dead End Hip Hop album review. Benny the Butcher and the Black Soprano Family. Summertime Butch. We do have a -1+1. Spike Lee, brother man from the sixth floor.
From the fifth floor. What up, though? I'm glad y'all guys had me here, man. I'm looking forward to this.
I feel like this about this particular project. Number one, it doesn't feel like summertime, but the more listens I gave it, it's Benny the Butcher's version of summertime. Because he talks about how, like, when it gets hot in Buffalo, people get the shooting and, things happen. And it's like that in Chicago. So I know up north, when it get hot outside, bodies go. You know what I'm saying? So I felt...
Down south, too?
Down south? Not as much. Down south feels like year round, though.
Oh, God.
It's year round, you know what I'm saying?
No, but it's a thing it's a saying down south, too, like when it get hot outside, niggas get crazy.
Yeah. I also felt like this is his comfort zone. Like, this is the lane that Benny has crafted. And every time he veers, I think on the last one, I liked it. I know the review's coming with me and Mike on D365, but Everybody Can't Go. It felt like he's going for that lane, right? Even like the one he did with Harry Fraud a couple of years ago, it felt, or no, not with Harry Fraud, with
Burden of Proof?
Hit Boy. Yeah, Burden of Proof. You know what I'm saying? Like, that felt like he's trying to do something. This felt just comfortable, natural. This is where we love Benny at. In his pocket.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I like when Benny does the quote unquote commercial sound. I think he sounds good. But what really got me on this one, this is where the Jay-Z comparisons come in. He's not as over your head as Jay is, because Jay is like, he hides it in plain sight. He's more direct, Benny is. But like the song Nightfall felt like a Jay song to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jay came in a more modern time, this is what I feel Jay would sound like. You know what I'm saying? So I think there was the other one too. I like what he did on Warehouse 3 with Rick Hyde. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel this project here, and Ken, we talked about a lot of BSF and drum work artists as well. This is a proper way to continue to introduce the BSF artists. Rick Hyde killed that damn verse on the Warehouse 3. He started that joint off, and that joint was fire.
Yeah, right. Huh? It was all right. It was all right.
Nah, Rick Hyde was that guy. How did y'all feel about Ray Moon on The Most? Because I felt like that was a commercial, quote unquote, sounding song, but he didn't make it for the radio. It's kind of like if radio plays it, they're playing it because it's Benny.
That's why I gave the features a higher grade, because even the soloists, the singers, songwriters, like they did enough. They did what they were supposed to. It wasn't overly, like you said, commercial or anything like that. Kind of how Eminem does. It was just like a little, kind of like throwback to how it used to be. Like, they just do their little part and you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just accent the song. It's not overpowering the song. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really like the features here and how he used them. Outside of the rapping like Rick Hyde, El Camino and all that. But nah, man, I like how he used like Ray Moon, and I think the chick or whatever. I think he had a chick on here, right? Amber, something like that.
Amber Simone.
But yeah, but nah, she was though. Like everything, man, this like you said, it felt like he was in his pocket here. And I'm like you too. I don't knock him for trying to do the other stuff, because I think he does it well. That's what I said on Everybody Must Go. I think he does it well. It's just not what I particularly like. This is the Benny bag I like, and I gotta give him credit for like doing it. Like, and I said it in that review. I was like, yo, if you come off of the Def Jam thing and just do some little side project, I'm here for it. And that's exactly what he brought. What he brought. I was like, wow, this is exactly what I wanted.
This is fucking Benny the Butcher. All right.
Yes.
That other stuff, I don't like it, but I understand the moves, because I don't think he's not terrible at it, but he sounds, it's not like he hasn't figured out it's not polished yet. So he hasn't figured out how to kind of play both worlds, but this is where he's at. And the thing about it is, like, I felt like with the most is how you be in both worlds at one time. because that song has a radio sound to it, but it didn't sound like it was forced
for the radio.
And that's it felt very, 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 very natural. But everything else was just flowing, man. Benny, I felt like it's almost like he's heard some of the criticisms, and he's just like, all right, you know what? I need to shut y'all up real quick. And he came out the gate firing with one verse Butch. He set the tone for the rest of the album.
It's one of the best flows in hip hop. Like it just is. Like that flow that he's coined, because he even says it in a verse. Like he's mastered this flow that he has. Like if anybody does it, it's a Benny the Butch flow. And it's like, why veer away from such a dope flow? Like it's such a dope flow. Why Scarface didn't do, like anybody that has a good flow and a good sound, they stick to it. Why not? Look, we love it. We get that you can do the other stuff, and it's cool that you can do the other stuff. But this is what we love. Like that flow is just impeccable, man. Like, sometimes it don't even matter what he's saying. Like it's just the flow is so good.
You know how I said, like he felt like Jay on a couple of songs. I gave you one on Nightfall. The other one is Blue Building. Like that felt like Song Cry. That felt like Song Cry.
That was my favorite song. I had that one on repeat.
It's one of those joints where, again, like when I compare him to Jay was just a little bit more wittier. With like I can't see him falling down my eyes. I gotta let the song cry. You know what I'm saying?
But he's more straightforward.
He's more straightforward, but you felt it, bro.
You felt it.
This is the lane for Benny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the polish that you spoke of earlier, that's what's the difference between him and Jay. Jay was very well polished, and I think that you could tell the difference. As you're saying, you can hear the similarities, but that's the biggest difference. Going back to the other song that you guys said with what's her name, Ray Moon, that was really good. Yeah, that was really good as far as not trying too hard, because I do agree with you guys. He tries too hard on some of the other projects, and you can tell he's heard the criticism by even speaking to that J. Cole verse. Speaking to niggas saying J. Cole dissed me on my own song. I like that. I like that he's current and he's paying attention to what's going on regarding his career. So that was one of the biggest things that stuck out for me. And it only being like 25 minutes long. Like it's exactly what Rod said. This was perfect after a big Def Jam release. Like I want to remind niggas like what I do. This is what I do right here. Summertime, the title scared me a lot, because I thought he was going to be on here trying to, I swear, we talked about it on deck. Like I was terrified with that title. But he did not disappoint.
You know what? It's crazy.
He said we saw Trump bleed, and it was something else. He had another
Cybertruck. He said the 24 had a side truck and Trump bleeding. Yeah, this wasn't on my radar. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know it had dropped. Like I think one of y'all mentioned that he was doing another project, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, I guess I'll listen to it. And Ken actually reminded me. I was like, oh, snap, that's right. Benny was supposed to drop another project. So I started listening to it or whatever. And yeah, I'm like you, Spike. I was a little concerned when I saw Summertime Butch or whatever. And I was like, oh, man, no, they about to make me do this to Benny again. Like, I don't want to do this to Benny. Like, I don't want to rag on the guy. Speaking of Summertime, I know you were saying in the beginning of FIFO that it didn't feel like summertime, but you know the cover feels like Scarface though, right?
100%.
You know that 100%. Picture, the sunset picture. Yeah. So that's what it put me in the mind of with the song. So I'm like, okay, now it's not like summertime on a grill cooking, but you know, I guess that could be, you know, that could be a double entendre, but like, but you know what I'm saying? It felt like I don't know, it just felt like a summertime. How not Tony Soprano, but Scarface was in that movie. It was summertime. It was hot, but it was on some drug shit. You know, they was on some drug shit. That's what it felt like to me.
And Modest, you know, he said that his special ability was culinary. You know what I'm saying? So he was cooking.
Right.
He was cooking. So
man, that's why I paused.
Yeah,
and to Rod's point, he mentioned that in one of the songs. He was talking about what summertime was to him now, is being on a shoreline somewhere like that. Like, and that's what it sounded like. I get what Rod's saying.
Yeah, Spot. You weren't fucking with Rick Hod and El Camino like
no.
Them motherfuckers were nice, bro. That track is crazy. Warehouse
Rick Hod was floating, bro.
I just wouldn't like it. Was okay. I just did. I know I wouldn't like. it wasn't like, oh shit, these guys is killing it. I just didn't get that. I think I like him well.
Man.
It's just I don't know what it
Look,
man.
I'll accept that on El Camino. I won't accept that on Rick High. I won't accept that on Rick High. Rick High set the tone for that track, bro.
I even liked how it closed with Higher, where it just had the verse and then the rest of it is just Lindsay Nicks just doing the thing. Yeah. Hey man, hey, Benny did his thing with this one, bro. Like I feel, he makes me. I have confidence in Benny again, bro, because I thought he was chasing it,
chasing something, right?
Yeah, man. Which, I get it, but nah, this is the guy I like. And if he's able to do both, like if Summertime Butch becomes a thing, and kind of like when more effectively than the group I'm about to name, but when Slaughterhouse will have that commercial on the album, but they'll give you this mixtape that was fucking crazy to kind of satisfy their core fans. If Benny's able to do this, man, I'm with it.
Ken, I'm more so like what I want to see. I want this to become a series. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like we get Ghetto Gospel with Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a Summertime Butch Volume 2. Bruh, if this is the pocket you gonna be in, every summer, however you want to do it, like, bruh, I'm with it. If this is where he's gonna be at, like, I'm 100% here for it.
I can go either way. I mean, like.
You rather hear this than the other stuff, though, right?
Yeah,
you rather hear this.
I'd rather hear this. I just don't want him to fall into, like, I know what Ken's saying, but I also don't want him to fall into that Big Crit thing. You know what I'm saying? Make this commercial sounding, but then mixtapes are better. Like, I don't want that to happen to him. So I'd rather him just kind of pick and just roll with that.
I don't want to see him chase that other sound too much. I'm okay if he does both, like y'all were saying. I'm okay with that. But I think lately he's been leaning more towards let me be a star. And this right here took him back to, let me just go in here and rap my ass off.
I don't think it's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I said that in the review. I just don't think that star thing is for everybody, man.
Agreed.
And I think he's just one of those artists that I just don't, I don't know. I just don't see star J. Cole type of status. I don't see it for Benny.
He was already there, though. I felt like he was already there. I felt like he already.
Hell no,
I felt like he was already being mentioned with some of the other guys just doing what he did.
Yeah, on that level.
He was like a rapper's rapper, though. Like the rappers were talking about him, people weren't talking about him.
In terms of the duality of Benny, I feel like this. I feel like even when Big Crit was out versus now, it's completely different in a sense that this was dropped on Black Soprano Family, right? Like, this is Benny's label. Like, he is, and he talked about it being the boss of bosses. This is what got you to the level that you're at. You dropped it under your own thing. The other project, Everybody Can't Go, is on Def Jam. That's what Def Jam wants. So I feel like what he's doing, he's playing the business of music. That's what he's doing. And I'm okay with your major label releases because now we can't say that this is not an album. Before, when Crit was out, you had to go to a mixtape site to go get the mixtape. It wasn't on streaming. You had to go other means. Now everything is kind of sort of the same. This is an album. I'm cool with that. If your Def Jam releases sound a certain type of way, it is what it is. As long as the things that you control 100%, no questions asked, sound like this, I'm cool with it because we know that we're getting Benny.
I guess my thing is, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of that Def Jam lane? I know this is getting beyond the review, but if it's only going to go so far, like if it's not going to, because you already know how labels do, like they're not going to push you, they're not going to do these things if they only see that it's going to go so far. I don't see it going further than like that's all I'm saying.
I think the biggest difference that we've seen is he had super big name features on that Def Jam project. He don't have super big name features on his own joints. Let Def Jam play for it.
I think Rod is asking why do you do that though? Why do the Def Jam joint?
Because it opens doors that you don't have.
Yeah, it's the business of music. I got a lot more to say to what you're saying before to add to what you're saying, Rod. But yeah, it's the business of music. I think that's just what it is. But there's a whole other conversation here because Rod has a good point, bro.
Yeah, I can see using it as a marketing tool to gain more fans. You know what I'm saying? But it's only going to go so far. We seen it happen with Lupe. We seen it happen with Big Crit. Like it just some stuff just don't work. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like Benny hit a ceiling? Like has he? This is the cap.
Yep, this it. But that ain't bad. I know Ken was gonna. Not in a bad way though. I think realizing that he's reached his potential and just working from there still keeps him around for a long time. But going over to Chase, as Rod was saying, the Def Jam thing, I don't think that there's not another level that Def Jam can get you to. So why do double the work? Why do double the work and try to surface your fans and Def Jam? Just focus on the people that fuck with you.
And just be a respectable, top tier underground dude with a little bit of commercial success. And that just, I mean, I think people just got to get, you just got to be realistic about it. Some people have that X factor and some people don't on a mainstream level. He has the X factor on an underground high level fact. Like people respect him on all fronts. That mainstream is a dirty game, bro.
Benny said if he fold, everybody can't go, bro.
He one of the ones that can't.
He is one of the ones that can't. He one of the ones that can't. And we kind of said that. It is what it is, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's not a bad thing.
Early on, then in hip hop, we was talking to Raekwon when we was at Central Park, and I said the same thing. Everybody has a certain level. Everybody not gonna reach everybody else's level. It is what it is. Now, the features on here, we had Ray Moon, technically Ed Lover. We had Black Soprano Family, and we had Amber Simone, Rick Hyde, and El Camino. How did y'all? Oh, and Lindsay Nix. Let me not forget Lindsay Nix. Ken, what do you rate the features?
I'm at a B on the features, actually. Yeah.
Bet. Spike Lee, where you at on the features?
A C.
God dang.
Yeah, C.
Rod, where you at on the features?
Man, that's that. He coming in hard like.
Yeah, he is.
I'm a B as well on the features. Yeah.
I'm a B as well. Yeah. What about the production on this joint?
Production, I give actually a B plus.
I'll go next. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Ken?
I'm at a B on the production.
Okay. Spike?
I'm not coming in hot. I like the production. It was an A.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this was really good soulful. I really like the production on this album.
Okay. I'll start this one off. The rapping was a B plus for me. Modest. What do you think for you?
To my lyrics?
Nah, just rapping. So that's flow, lyrics, cadence, everything. The rapping, just the rapping.
Interesting. So yeah, because I didn't grade it that way. So if I average my flow and my lyrics, it'll be a B plus. Because for flow I had A, and for lyrics I had B. So that'll be a B plus.
B plus.
Yeah. B plus or B minus. I can't. It's more like a B plus,
that's a B
right?
plus.
Yeah.
Because you elevate the B. You know, say you downgrade the A. That's the middle point.
Right.
Ken, what about you? What how's the rapping on here for you?
I'm at a B plus.
Okay. Spike?
B plus as well. I think he did a great job.
That's what's up. And overall for me, it's a B plus project. Ken?
Same, B plus.
Modest?
Same.
Spike?
Oh Lord.
No, it was a B. I give it a B.
It's a B? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. You had a very small hot take at the beginning, but it's okay. You made up for it.
Well, you know how I feel about them, the people that's on here. Like you asked me about them before.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't impressive. Yeah. They didn't do a bad job. I just wasn't impressed at all. Like it wasn't
it's
like,
not your cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think we reviewed like one of these dudes before. Mm-hmm. I did with y'all 365, and I said it wasn't bad. It just wasn't interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't think none of them stood out.
Does this have replay value for y'all?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bet.
Absolutely.
Now-
I'm bumping this in the car, bro.
Oh yeah, no,
Absolutely.
100%. No, this sounds amazing in the whip. By the way,
Yeah.
this sounds amazing in the whip. Now let me ask y'all
dope.
this: would y'all recommend this project?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the
okay.
Benny I would recommend. Yes.
Okay, so is it for like would you recommend it to any and everybody, like a hip hop head, obviously a Griselda fan, but like what demographic of people do you think that this serves?
Not quite your super mainstream people that, you know, that will tap into like a little bit of the underground. I'll share with them, because I don't feel like it's tenor talk, right? Tenor talk is real gritty, da 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 da. I wouldn't recommend that to everybody. I feel like this is just a slightly cleaner than that. It's perfect, man. It's really he really honed in on something here. It's like he took it down some notches from the Def Jam stuff and brought in some of the tenor talk stuff and made this. Like, it's really solid, bro. It's a solid ass project, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
So I could recommend it to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like, I would. I absolutely would.
I think you know your thoughts represents everybody else's thoughts on the panel, so we're gonna end it right there, bro. You spoke for everybody, so you already know what to do, man. The comment section is the conversation after the conversation, so let us know how you feel about Summertime Butch. You know what I'm saying? And like, comment, and subscribe. Tell one friend to subscribe as well, and we out. Peace.